Warning, the following video is intended for adult collectors. You must be at least 14 to watch this video.
Hooray! Now we have a full team of Mighty Morphin. Hey guys, here is Hasbro's Lightning Collection, Wave 5. This wave includes Gold Ranger Trey, Mighty Morphin Billy, Ranger Slayer from the comics, and Red Time Force Ranger Wes. Alright, let's take a look. We'll start with Billy. What do you guys think? Does it look like Billy? Now you can assemble your Power Blaster. It's time for a gold rush! Oh no! Gold Ranger is losing his powers. He'll need to transfer them. To Billy, the new Gold Ranger. Well, I guess that's what Billy would have looked like had he become the Gold Ranger, but he can be a Gold Ranger in action figure form. And now it's time for Time Force! Digging the translucent Chrono Sabers, and I think this is a pretty good Wes. How about you guys? I think they really nailed Jason Font. Compatible with some of your Bandai toys. The Battleizer kinda works. And finally, Ranger Slayer from the comics. This is now the second figure they've done from the comics. Compatible with your Lightning Collection Kimberly. Since Hasbro has been making figures from the comics, I'd like to thank and welcome our new patrons. It's thanks to you guys that we're able to keep the channel alive, given everything doing with YouTube these days. Alright, a couple things I want to talk about. The thing with Hasbro's figures is they're so close to being perfect. So when there are just things that aren't quite right, it's like especially frustrating, because there isn't really a reason for it that I can find anyway. It's like, you're just wondering what happened here. Like with Billy's helmet, they have this great technology. You've seen what they do with some of the Power Ranger figures that they've done, with Marvel Legends, Hasbro does a lot of stuff. So, like, Billy's helmet is not quite right. But Bandai got it. The Bandai Legacy helmet is pretty perfect. Right? Hasbro's Blue Ranger helmet is, like, kind of squashed. It's too round. The mouthpiece isn't big enough. And as with all the Mighty Morphins, I wish the Morpher could be a little bit bigger, like a little bit more 3D. But, overall, the figures look fantastic together. They're doing such a great job overall, but like what happened with Mighty Morphin Red's helmet, with Blue Ranger's helmet, with Zack's face. Billy, I think, is still better than Zack. I don't know that it's quite David, but good enough, I guess. Alright, moving on to the Gold Ranger. Now, I don't know if this is for everybody, but my specific figure, the gold is different than the Comic-Con version. I think the individual release is actually a better shade of gold. I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but this gold is a different shade of gold than this gold over here. So, two different golds. But, I mean, the vest piece, I think this is definitely a better gold than the Comic-Con version, at least on mine. So, I don't know if it's consistent throughout, but maybe better gold on this release. And the head sculpt, I think, is a perfectly good tray. The thing that annoys me with this release is the Golden Power Staff. When the Gold Ranger first appears and calls on the Golden Power Staff, it looks like this, right? And then this piece comes down. So, Bandai did that version with their Gold Ranger. We just got one, so that's what the next mode should look like, right? And then for Gold Ranger's final attack, this piece opens. So, it's this version. These two came with a Comic-Con version. This is the Bandai Legacy. And then the standalone Hasbro release has a fourth variant where this piece is open and the blade part is up here. I don't think that was ever on the show. So Hasbro has done 3 variants of the Golden Power Staff, and the 2 that are show accurate you could only get from a con exclusive, and the one with the standard release, you know, that's in stores, has a variant that was either never used or not used very often. It would have been O-Ranger footage, because the American prop, this piece didn't open. I don't know what happened there. Otherwise, perfectly good figure. So now Hasbro has done Jason, and they've done Trey, and they've released 3 different versions of the Golden Power Staff. So I'm not really imagining how they would get the 4th one out, for anybody that really cares. So, let's see. Not that it would do you any good if you don't have the Comic-Con version, but could you customize it easily? Let's see. Alright, this is the one that came with the not Comic-Con release, so I'll experiment on that. It seems like it's in there pretty good. But I think... either I'm going to show you a good thing or I'm going to break it on camera. I think I'm making progress. Oh, it's definitely loose. Okay. Yes, you can take this off. You might want to use a hairdryer or hot water or something, but it does pull off. So, then you would have to have the Comic-Con version, of course, and you would take... yeah, this one's totally useless. You would need the Comic-Con versions, and you'd have to do a swap. You want this piece up here with this piece down here. Not really that important. I know, but if you wanted to, that's what you would do. Oh, also, they did get the silver here. The Comic-Con versions, again, not really that important, but they paint... If I could hold them all up at once. Having some trouble here. On the standalone release, they did paint the silver here, and the Comic-Con versions, neither of them have it. Okay, moving on. Okay, it just snaps back in. Okay, moving on for real. For the most part, it's really just nitpicking. Overall, I really am very happy with the line. I think you guys would be too. And then we've got Time Force. On the back of the helmet, they did continue the silver stripe, but there's supposed to be additional paint. And I don't know if it's my specific figure. I did once get a Beast Morpher figure that was missing paint that should have been there, that everyone else had, and I did get a new figure that had the paint, so I don't know if it's just mine, but there should be 2 more stripes on either side of the middle stripe. They always like to talk about how these figures are high deco, which means there's a lot of paint on them. But really, they're all missing at least a little bit of paint. I wish they could have at least gotten the black on the Morpher, and I also wish, you could turn the not the wrist, but I guess the upper arm here, because when I wanted to pose him, I want to do a pose like that, and I can't do it because this part can't turn, if that makes sense. On the Legacy figure for Mighty Morphin, see how you could turn it here? I wish they could do that, at least on some of them, like with the Morpher, because that's a specific pose that I'd like to be able to put him in. You know, again, it's mostly nitpicking. This really does look fantastic. I love that they got the Chrono Saber translucent. This should be silver, technically, but again, overall, really nice figure. They got the Chrono Blaster, Chrono Saber, they got the effects piece, 2 alternate hands, and of course his helmet. Doesn't have the main weapon, though. And there's another what is it? Oh, I should know the name of this. It's the gun that goes over the saber. It's not the Vortex Blaster is the big blaster thing. Chrono Saber, Chrono Blaster. Who can think of it before me? Ooh, bad Bruno. I'll get it. Wait a minute. It's the Electro Booster. Is it the Electro Booster? That sounds right. Final answer. Electro Booster. Electro Booster. So there are some things missing. Like I hope if they do Trip, they'll include Circuit, right? Some of you guys probably noticed that Mia and I are working on a Command Center set, which we used in this video. It's not done yet. We were trying to get it done for Zordon and Alpha, which aren't until August something, mid to late August, I think they're coming out. Hold on, I can check. Lightning Collection, Zordon and Alpha, September 15th. Rita and Zed are coming out on the 28th of August. So we're doing Command Center and Rita's Palace. Mia's actually, even though it's 11:09 p.m. right now, Mia's modeling Rita's banister at the moment. So we're working on Rita and Zed's Palace, and we're doing Command Center. So by September, hopefully those will both be finished, and we'll have more stuff with those. But you can definitely sub to our vlog channel and watch the progress. We've been doing a lot of set stuff and unboxing stuff because I'm doing the display wall and doing the basement stuff. So definitely get yourself subbed to the vlog channel. Divided as one. Links are always in the video description. Somewhere between Legacy and Lightning Collection is like a totally perfect figure. If they could just like take the best of each and just right? So close. I do prefer Hasbro's. You know, they're a little bit smaller, which is nice. They're compatible with a lot of Bandai's bikes and other vehicles. And, you know, they look a little bit better next to some of the monsters. I hope Hasbro's going to do some monsters and, like, good, larger, nicely painted monsters. It's kind of a shame that they're not doing Build-A-Figure. I was really excited when I heard that Hasbro was going to be doing, like, a Marvel Legends-style Power Rangers line. I was thinking they were going to do, like, monster Build-A-Figures. But so far, we really haven't gotten any monsters. They did Zed and Goldar, and that's about it. We're doing Psycho Rangers, Draken, but those are all like kind of like Ranger humanoid-ish kind of figures. Like I would like to see some, you know, like General Nazor from Wild Force. You know, like something that's kind of like big. Dark Spectre from In Space, Darkonda, Clipter. Lost Galaxy has so many great villains. You guys know my list. Diabolico, like a good, big, towering over the Ranger Diabolico. Like when they're fighting monsters, I don't think the monsters should be shorter. They should be like big, scary, menacing, right? Like a big thing, right? That's what I want. So I look forward to that. I hope they're doing it. I hope they will do it. All right, I'm going to end here. I'm sure a handful of people have already tried to break Beast Morphers TV show news to me in the comments, but as always, I promise these things don't get past me. I'm well aware. This is a Wave 5 video, though. We'll have Beast Morphers show stuff later on. But yes, I'm well aware of what's going on the show. All right, gonna end here. Thank you guys for watching. Check out our vlog channel, and good night.